Welcome to Cyber Explorer, your go-to channel for reliable tech insights and cyber trends. How phone updates quietly change your privacy settings. System updates are usually presented as something unquestionably positive. They promise better performance, stronger security, bug fixes, and exciting new features. Notifications encourage us to update now or remind us repeatedly until we do. Over time, many people have developed the habit of accepting updates automatically, without reading details or checking settings afterward. Yet behind this routine digital maintenance lies a reality that most users rarely consider. System updates can quietly change your privacy settings. Sometimes these changes are subtle. Sometimes they are significant. Often, they happen without clear explanations, buried deep within menus or hidden behind vague wording. In a world where personal data has become one of the most valuable resources, these silent changes matter far more than most people realize. Why system updates have so much power? Operating systems control nearly every aspect of a device. Whether it's a smartphone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer, the operating system determines what data is collected, which apps have access to sensors, how information is shared, what permissions are granted by default, and how security and privacy options are structured. When an update is installed, it can modify any of these elements instantly. Unlike app updates, which usually affect a single program, system updates operate at the deepest level. This gives them enormous power and creates the potential for privacy changes that users may never notice. Most updates do not announce every modification in plain language. Instead, changes are often described in broad terms like improvements, enhancements, or optimizations. These words sound reassuring but rarely explain how data handling or permissions have shifted. The illusion of user control. Modern devices promote the idea that users are in control of their privacy. Settings menus appear detailed and customizable. Toggles suggest simple on-off choices. But system updates can alter these controls in ways that undermine that sense of control. After an update, users may find that certain permissions have been re-enabled. New categories of data collection appear. Default settings are changed to on. Privacy options are moved or renamed. Or previously disabled features become active again. Because updates are framed as necessary for security or performance, users often assume their previous choices are respected. In reality, an update can redefine what those choices mean. Permissions that reset without warning. One of the most common privacy issues following system or phone updates is permission resets. Users may have previously denied apps access to location, microphone, camera, contacts, photos, or activity data. After an update, some of these permissions may be re-granted automatically. This does not always happen maliciously. Sometimes it is the result of technical restructuring. But the outcome is the same. Apps gain access users did not knowingly approve. New features, new data collection. System updates often introduce new features designed to improve user experience, like voice assistants, smart suggestions, or AI-powered personalization. While useful, they frequently require access to additional data and may be enabled by default. In many cases, the explanation of what data is collected is buried in lengthy policy documents that few people read. The result is expanded data collection introduced quietly, under the banner of innovation. Location tracking becomes more persistent. Location data is among the most sensitive types of information a device can collect. System updates have increasingly expanded how location data is used, sometimes changing access from while using the app to always or introducing background location tracking. Many users assume that once they disable location services, they remain disabled. System updates can quietly reinterpret those choices, enabling partial or indirect tracking through new system services. Privacy settings become harder to find. Another subtle effect of system updates is settings reorganization. Privacy menus may be moved, renamed, or broken into multiple subcategories, making it harder for users to review their settings. Data sharing for improvement purposes. Many operating systems collect diagnostic and usage data. System updates sometimes expand the scope of this data collection, evolving from basic crash reports to detailed usage analytics and app interaction tracking. Cloud integration expands quietly. System updates increasingly deepen integration with cloud services. After an update, cloud backups may be enabled by default, and more data categories may sync automatically, sometimes without the user realizing it. The role of consent screens. Consent screens are often used to signal user choice. However, system updates can manipulate how consent is obtained, using vague language or making it difficult to decline. Differences across devices and regions. Privacy changes introduced by system updates are not always uniform. They can vary based on device model, manufacturer, operating system version, and geographic location. Security versus privacy, a false trade-off. System updates are often justified as necessary for security.
While updates do fix vulnerabilities, security improvements do not always require increased data collection.
Why these changes rarely make headlines. Despite their importance, privacy changes in system updates rarely receive widespread attention. Because the changes are incremental, the effects are delayed, and the explanations are technical. How users can protect themselves. Review privacy settings after every update, disable what you don't need. Read update summaries carefully. Limit app permissions regularly. Use privacy-focused defaults, and stay informed. The bigger picture. System updates are not inherently bad. They are necessary and often beneficial. But blind trust in them is misplaced. As devices become more deeply embedded in daily life, the importance of transparency and user agency grows. A habit worth changing. The next time your device prompts you to update, consider what else might be changing. Take a few minutes afterward to explore your settings. Those few minutes can make a meaningful difference. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to Cyber Explorer for more updates. See you in the next video.